We've been joined by UCF head coach George O'Leary. As we said, the Knights now 2-0 overall. Last week played Florida International. UCF won the game 38-0. This week, Saturday, UCF will play Saturday at Penn State. That will be a 6 p.m. start and will be televised on the Big Ten Network. Coach, thanks for joining us on the call this week. If you could take a minute to tie up last Friday's win against FIU, and then tell us what you're looking forward to back on the road against Penn State, please.
Well, I thought last week we went out and I thought we made good effort, not always smart effort, but I thought we played with good effort, both sides of the ball and special teams. But I think we got to play smarter in certain situations, offensively and defensively. And again, it's a work in progress. You just got to continue to, stress the fundamentals and the smart play on the field. And that's something that we got to continue to just work on in practice. But other than that, then we had a chance to play a lot of players, and we did. And overall, we were fairly consistent on offense and defense. And the big thing is just making sure that our effort is directed at the right situation and not always out of control.
Any questions for Coach George O'Leary, please? Hit *1 on your telephone, and the operator will introduce you. Go ahead with the first question, please.
Greg Allman with Tampa Bay Times.
Hey, Coach, I want to ask you about your left tackle, Corey Wilson. Just want to ask you about the progress you've seen from him and just the confidence you have in his ability to keep Bortles healthy and get that offense going.
Well, I think he's a good football player. I think you got to continue to work on some of the skill sets that that offensive linemen have, but I think he has all the abilities, the characteristics you want in an offensive lineman. And I see a steady progress with him at that position. He's played it now for a couple of years, so I think he's seen everything he needs to see. Now it's a matter of finishing some plays that he needs to finish on and continue to work on some of his pass pro and some of his combo blocks that I think are always a work in progress.
He's going to face a couple elite pass rushers over the course of the season, guys like Clowney and other guys later in the year. I just ask you how you think he's stepped up to that in terms of seeing the challenges ahead of him and how he's embraced that.
Well, we never discuss it till we face the team we have to face and stuff. So I don't get into it with them on that. We have enough protections to pretty much help anybody across the front that we need to help, and we'll deal with those situations as they arise during the season. And we play one at a time, and we concern ourselves with the team we're facing. But I'm sure when Torian, he'll be very competitive, and he'll look forward to the challenge.
Thanks, George.
Okay.
And if you have other questions for Coach O'Leary, please, *1 on your telephone. Okay, Coach, seeing none, then we'll thank you for your time. No, if you stay we do have one more that just came in, if you would. Thanks.
Okay.
Anna Orso with the Daily Collegian.
Hi, Coach. Obviously, with Penn State coming up this weekend, we're hearing a lot about the relationship that you had with Coach Bill O'Brien. I was just curious if there was ever a point where you could tell that Coach O'Brien was going to become a very successful coach, and if so, why was that apparent?
That's sort of a loaded question there, dear. But I tell you what, I think Billy has the same habits all the coaches that have been with me have. They have great work habits. They're always looking to get better, and Billy had that right from the get-go. He came in and was a young, enthusiastic guy that couldn't get enough knowledge, worked at the game extremely hard, and usually good things happen to guys like that. They got to advance, and he did it the right way. He worked his way up through the ranks, and to the point where he's at now, where he's a very successful coach. But he worked hard to get where he was at, and again, there was no set time that I thought he was going to do it, but I thought eventually if he kept doing what he was doing there, he was going to advance pretty quickly.
Okay, cool. Thank you very much, Coach.
Thank you.
We have another question from Travis Johnson with the Center Daily Times.
Hey, Coach, Christian Hackenberg will be making his third start in this game for Penn State. I was just curious what you saw, if you had a chance to watch him yet on film. Is he a guy who looks like a young rookie quarterback when you see him on film and observe him? And how do you guys kind of attack him to maybe get him uncomfortable early on?
Yeah, right. They, I think Coach O'Brien's done a good job of monitoring him as far as doesn't ask him to do a lot, and the kid's very, very productive in what he does. And he's not playing he's not playing like a true freshman. He doesn't make a lot of mistakes. He knows where to deliver the ball. I think all the fundamentals that you look for in a quarterback, he's been well schooled as far as the faking part of the run game, all these different things. I think that they've done a great job with him, and obviously he has a great future ahead of himself. He has the arm strength, he has the size, and obviously he must have the knowledge too, because he has the ability to take a bad play, make a good play out of it. So I think they got themselves a whale of a quarterback there, and and they do a good job of not giving him too much to do, but what he does very well.
Do you have any other questions for Coach O'Leary? Coach, well, thank you for your time this week. Look forward to talking to you again next Monday.
Thank you very much.
All right. And that is UCF at Penn State, 6 p.m. start on the Big Ten Network.